Hi everyone! In this video I want to share with you the latest books I've read and share my impression of them, and maybe you'll find something interesting for you to read in August. If you are new to this channel, my name is Ira and I'm from Ukraine. Currently I'm staying in Ukraine, in Kiev, in the capital of Ukraine. And here I'm filming videos about books, about daily life, about psychology. So actually I'm filming about everything what I love in my life. So you can find a lot of interesting and useful stuff in these videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it because it helps my content to grow and it helps also other people to see my videos. So I really will be grateful if you subscribe to my channel, if you like my videos, and of course if you leave comments. So now let's talk about books, and one of the best books, and I think that this is the only one best book that I've read this year, is a novel, and it is written by Elisabeth Gilbert, and the novel is called City of Girls. Maybe you've heard of this novel before because it became quite popular, and I thought and I saw that a lot of people read it and recommended it. That's why I also decided to give it a chance, and I literally was glued to this book and I was reading it all the time, and like it doesn't happen much to me when I'm like this way glued to something. It happened to me only with the TV show Friends, because I'm a huge fan of this TV show and like I can watch it several times in a row. Like I watched them definitely more than 5 times already, and I think that I will reread the book once again the same, because like it was super exciting to read it, super interesting, and like I will shortly tell you like what this book is about, but of course without spoilers. And actually there won't be any spoilers in this book. I just will tell you the short summary, the main idea of the books, and then if you want you can read it and know the endings yourselves. So this book, The City of Girls, tells the story of a 19-year-old Vivian who was kicked out from the college where she studied. And her parents, they were pretty affluent, and they decided to send her to her aunt in New York. In the whole, the story happens in 1940 in New York, so where she has been sent, and there she meets her aunt, which is a very I would say a free woman, because she loved the freedom and she loved parties, so she didn't behave as the, I don't know, some kind of career woman. She just enjoyed having parties, meeting different men, and etc. And there was a whole group of such women, and they were all connected by the theater which this aunt had. So Vivian joined their company, and she also had the same lifestyle, but then it led her to one mistake, huge mistake, which changed her further direction. So, and then when you like finish to this part where she made this mistake, and also the mistake was so huge and so unexpected, like what happened next, and after this the story turns in absolutely different direction, and Vivian finds her true love. And like when you will read it, and you will find out with whom she became like partners, it's so exciting and so unexpected, and surprise, and so tons of emotions. Even now when I'm recalling all my memories when I was reading it, and even now I'm like, oh my god. So really enjoyed this book. And like I think I had to mention it in the beginning, that the story starts, like the book starts, with the fact that Vivian is already old, and she is writing a letter to a girl to whom she describes her youth. And then she says, and I met your father. And during the whole story you don't know who is the father of this woman, of this lady to whom this letter is addressed. And then you like connect all the dots, and it's amazing book. Totally recommend it. And my rate for this book is 5 out of 5, so really cool book. By the way, I also added my Goodreads account. This is like a social network for all those who love books. There I add all the books that I want to read, that I read, and that I'm currently reading. If you're like interested in what books I'm going to read next, or you would like just to find something for yourself, and like our preferences match, you can also follow me or add me as a friend there, so you're more than welcome there to follow me. The next book that I read was the book Exciting Times, but I will tell about this book at the end, in the end of my video, because honestly I didn't like it that much. And now I want to talk with you about Normal People by Rooney. I finished this book I think last week, and this book is also very nice. I read it the same as City of Girls, but here my rate is a little bit lower, so it's 4 out of 5. But in general also really interesting story about Connell and Marian. This is the story of like their school love. They met at school, but Connell was such an impressive, popular guy, very attractive and very social, but Marian was very shy, and she didn't have a lot of friends, and actually not all people liked her. And like then the mother of Connell, her name is Lauren, and she also plays a huge role in this novel. So she worked as a housemaid at oh my god, at Marian's home. So she also had very like rich family, but she had very disgusting relationships with her parents and with her brother. Actually they were behaving really badly to her. And then when Connell had to pick up his mother from Marian's home, they met each other there, and there grew up a huge connection between them, and they started dating, and they really loved each other. And this story is so touchy, especially of the first part of their relationship. It was so touchy, so gentle, and so cute. So I really loved it, how their relationship is described there, and how they behaved to each other. They were so really gentle and so careful, so really nice. And then there were some unexpected things. Also, a lot of psychology is incorporated in this book. Also about Marian, she had some mental health issues. The same with Connell. At the end of the book, he was diagnosed with something. I won't like give you any spoilers for this, but a lot of psychology topic. And what else I want to mention here? But the thing is that from time to time the story was a little bit boring, and in some cases I couldn't understand the decision of the plot, because, well, in some cases I just had the thought why they can't talk to each other directly and express what they have in their mind or in their souls. So, and this is that is the reason why I rate this book 4 out of 5. So in some cases it was like unexplained to me why they behaved like this. In all other stuff, I really recommend you this book. And actually I started the other one, Conversations with Friends, which is also written by Rooney. And as I read, she has 3 books. The first one, the first that she published, is called Conversations with Friends, and it also was very popular, and a lot of people wrote reviews on this book. Then she wrote Normal People, the one that I'm telling you about, and the latest and the freshest, I think it was published last year or several years ago, is Oh Beautiful World, Where Are You? So something like this. And that's it. And all her books are on such wave, really popular, and as the author herself, she is also very popular. Really like it, and totally recommend it to you. And also what I have to mention is that in this book they tell the story about life in Ireland, in Dublin. And it was really interesting for me to read it, because I was interested in how it goes life in Ireland, because sometimes I'm thinking about at least traveling there, or maybe even live there for some time, because it has very magnificent nature around the island, so around this country. So it's really beautiful, and I want to travel there. And here we are coming to the 3rd book I've read. The book is called Exciting Times. The author is Naoise Dolan, and here the plot is also happening in here the plot is happening in Hong Kong, but the main characters are initially the one from Dublin, and the other one is from London. So it was really interesting to read about the cultures and to compare the cultures of British people and Irish people. This is what I liked in this book, and I think that it was the only one thing that kept me excited about this book. So the main characters are Ava and Julian. Ava is an ASL teacher, which was also very interesting to read about, because I used to be a teacher for a very long time, and she came to Hong Kong to teach English there to children. And the other person is Julian. He is a banker. Initially he is from Britain, but then he started living in Hong Kong. They started having some kind of relationships, but it wasn't the exact relationships. They just spent some time together and slept with each other. But it also was hard for them to find some common ground, and sometimes they realized that they both had feelings to each other at the same time. They mentioned both that they weren't having any relationships. And then the 3rd person appeared in this book. Her name is Edith, and she played a certain role in their relationships. The ending is still the ending of this book. No spoilers once again, but I didn't understand completely what was the ending, why it happened this way. Really strange ending, strange plot. So first maybe 20-40 pages was hard to understand what's happening. Then I realized what was happening. It was interesting to observe their relationships of Julian and Ava. And then also was interesting to see how the third person edges changed their relationship. And then so from the middle and till the end of the book, I couldn't understand literally anything, why it all was happening. Really strange feelings for me about this book. So don't know, if you read this book and you liked it, please share with me what you liked about it, and maybe I didn't understand something, I don't know, maybe I missed something. So let me please know what are your thoughts and your feelings of this book. And also, if you read some of others books that I mentioned, also let me know your impression, or maybe you're going to read some of the books that I mentioned here. Also let me know in the comments. So that's it for me today. I am very happy that I recorded this video with these books, and I hope that you found something interesting for yourselves from this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to leave comments, and we'll see each other in the next videos. Bye bye!